Okay, you guys, welcome back to Math Advisory. All right, so remember, first thing I need y'all to do is fold your paper into 4, because this is how we are going to show our work. So I need you to fold your paper into 4. And we're going to write keywords in each box. So yours should look like mine. Okay. So, if I look at the first slide, it says, how do you add integers? How do you add integers? So remember, when we add integers, same sign, we add, different sign, we're going to subtract, and then we're going to take the sign of larger amount. Okay, well, how do we subtract integers? Remember, we keep the first number, oops, and then we add the opposite. So, subtracting integers is the same thing as adding the opposite. Then multiply or divide integers. If we multiply or divide with the same sign, that's a positive. Different signs, it's going to be a negative. And I like to use this triangle right here to help me. Now, what if you have more than one operation in your problem? I like to use PEMDAS. Remember, parentheses and brackets, that's where you start. Exponents are next. Repeating is not hard. Multiply, divide from left to right. Add and subtract from left to right. So this is our brain dump, okay? So we remember all of our past concepts, and we can just write it down on our paper, or we can just write it down on our reference charts. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my paper over. For my mini lesson, remember, I'm going to write down my keywords. The problem says, what is the solution to the expression shown below? So my keyword is solution. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and write down my problems. We have -6 times -5 divided by -3 minus -7 plus 10. Remember, solution is the same thing as answer, so we're just going to find the answer. Okay, so now I noticed that I have more than one operation in here, so I'm going to write down PEMDAS. Now I do notice that I have a bunch of parentheses, but these parentheses do not have operations inside. These parentheses are just telling me whether my problem is a positive or a negative. So I do not have any parentheses. I do not have any exponents. But I do have multiplication and division, and I'm going to work from left to right. So I'm going to do this one first. -6 times -5. They're both the same sign, so I know that that's going to be a positive. So 6 times 5 is 30. And I'm going to go ahead and write down the rest of my numbers. Okay, I got done. Remember, we do multiplication, division from left to right. So I still have division here, so I'm going to do that now. Positive 30 divided by -3. Those are different signs, so I know that's going to be a negative. So -10 minus -7 plus 10. So that is done. Now I'm going to work my addition and subtraction from left to right. So -10 minus -7, remember that's just saying adding the opposite. So -10 plus 7, that would be a -3. So -3 plus 10. There are different signs, so from my notes, I know that when I'm adding with different signs, I'm going to subtract. So 10 minus 3 is 7. And what do I have more, positives or negatives? I have more positives. So my answer is a positive 7. Okay, so that was our mini lesson today. So think about in class, you did integer operations. Now we're going to just put all of that together. So it's like a big problem together. So now we're going to go ahead and start on our practice. So it says Jasia kept track of her money for a week and put it in a table. If she started with $15, how much money does she have now? I'm going to let you pick out your keywords. Go ahead and pick out your keywords and start solving, and then we can check our answers. So teachers, go ahead and pause the problem. And then you can play it back when students are done. Okay, so let's go ahead and check our answer. So it says Jasia kept track of her money for a week and put it in a table. We know that she starts with $15. They want to know how much money she has now. Okay, we know Monday was -6, Wednesday was +20, Friday -15, and Saturday was -5. So I have negatives and positives. I like to make a chart for all my positives and all my negatives. So I know I have starts with 15, so I got to include that. My Wednesday is a positive. Now I'm going to put all my negatives on one side. So we have -6, -15, and -5. Let's go ahead and solve that. So if I add my positives together, I get 35. Let's go ahead and add our negatives together. So 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 plus 15, that's 26. So that makes a -26. So now I have 35 plus -26. They're not the same. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract. $15 minus 6 is 9. What do I have more of? Do I have more positives or negatives? I have more positives. So my answer is 9. So A, B, C, D. I'm going to go ahead and circle C. Okay, let's go ahead and do number 2. So teachers, go ahead and pause the problem. Students should be finding their key words and solving. You can go ahead and play it once they are done and ready to check their answers. Okay, let's go ahead and check. So it says, on a homework assignment, students were asked to solve this problem. The solutions provided by 3 students are shown. Who is correct? So we want to know who is correct. We have the word solutions. We know solutions mean what? Answers. And we have 9 minus -5 minus 15 plus 6. We have more than one operation here, so I'm going to write PEMDAS. Notice I do not have any operations in my parentheses, so I can go ahead and mark that off, and I have no exponents. So I start with multiplication and division first. I don't have any of that in there either, so I only have add and subtract here. So remember, I'm going to do these from left to right. I'm going to start here because, again, I'm going from left to right. Subtracting integers is the same thing as adding the opposite. So I'm going to add the opposite. So 9 plus 5 is 14. So minus 15 plus 6. Now, again, I'm going to work from left to right. 14 minus 15, I can add the opposite, or I just know that's -1. So you have -1 plus 6. So now we're going to solve that. They are different signs, so I have to subtract. 6 minus 1 is 5. So let's see who picked 5. Marcus picked 5. Marcus was correct. Okay, next problem. Teachers, go ahead and pause this one so that students can go ahead and solve. All right, let's check our answers. So I'm going to put my keywords. If I look at this problem, which expression has a value of -12? That means it's equal to -12. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's solve A. So we have 8 times -2 minus 4. I have multiple operations in my problem, so I know I'm going to do PEMDAS. I have no operations in my parentheses. I have no exponents, but I do have multiplication. Oops. And they are different signs. So if they're different signs, it's going to be a -16. So -16 minus 4. Subtracting is just adding the opposite. So now I have -16 plus -4. Those are same signs. So if they are the same sign, I'm just adding them together. And so that makes -20. Is -20 the same thing as -12? It is not. So A cannot be my answer. So let's look at B. -36 divided by 2 plus 6. I do not have any operations in my parentheses. I do not have exponents, so I'm going to start with multiplication and division. So -36 divided by 2. I can't do that in my head. If you can, that is fabulous. 2 goes into 16 8 times. So that makes -18 plus 6. These are different signs, so I know I'm going to have to subtract. 18 minus 6 is 12. And what do I have more of? Positives or negatives? I have more negatives. So B could be my answer. Let's try C. Negative 50 divided by negative 5 plus 2. These are same signs. So if they're same signs, they're going to be positive. So 10 plus 2 is 12. C cannot be my answer. And the last one is D. 26 minus 10 minus negative 4. Remember, I only have subtraction in my problem, so I'm going to work from left to right. 26 minus 10, well, that's 16, so 16 minus negative 4. And when I subtract, it's only adding the opposite. So 16 plus 4 is 20. So my answer was B. Okay, we have one more problem. I ran out of paper, so I'm going to go ahead and grab another one. Alright, I'm going to write my keywords. So it says, this is my exit ticket, you guys. What is the solution to the expression shown? 6 minus 10 minus negative 2 plus 20. So you are solving this problem, and then we're going to check. If your name isn't already on your paper, you need to make sure your name is on your paper and your math teacher's name is on your paper, because you will be turning this into your math teacher. So my problem is 6 minus 10 minus negative 2 plus 20. I have more than one operation, so I'm going to write my PEMDAS. I do not have any operations inside my parentheses. I do not have any exponents. I do not have any multiplication or division. So remember, I know I'm going to go from left to right. So first I'm going to start here. 6 minus 10. That's going to get me negative 4. So we have negative 4 minus negative 2 plus 20. Now I'm going to go to my next step. I'm still working left to right. We have negative 4 minus negative 2. Again, that's saying adding the opposite. So negative 4 plus 2 would be negative 2. So negative 2 plus 20. They're different signs, so I know I'm going to subtract. 20 minus 2 is 18. I have more positives than I do negatives. So my answer was A. Okay, you guys, right now you should be working on the quizzes, or look it. You can pick whichever one you want to do. All right, see y'all later. Bye.